What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the podcast channel. So today's episode of Hot Topics, we are going to be talking about the one, the only, greatest athlete of all time, Serena Williams. So it has come out that Serena Williams will be retiring, you guys.
I don't know. I'm getting closer to the light, so that's. I love playing though. It's amazing, but it's like I can't do this forever. Sometimes you just want to try your best to enjoy the moments and do the best that you can.
So she did a Vogue cover, and in Vogue she says, "I never liked the word retirement. It doesn't feel like a modern word to me. I've been thinking of this as a transition, but I want to be sensitive about how I use that word, which means something very specific and important to a community of people." So after a long run of playing tennis and being the best in her sport, women and men, women and men, I just want to put that out there. Overall, the best in her sport and the best athlete of all time. She is a 23-time Grand Slam champion and 4-time Olympic gold medalist, Like, I cannot believe how much she has done since she was 17, and 17 is just her winning her first Grand Slam. So at 17 years old, her first Grand Slam win at the US Open, she was the first African American woman to win a championship in over 40 years at 17 years old. And she'd been playing tennis for long before that. It was said, I think she said it, that her first time picking up a tennis racket was at 3 years old. She learned a lot from her father, a lot from her sister. This woman is just a champion on and off the court. And I just found this out. Her last championship win in Australia, she won at 2 months pregnant. 2 months pregnant, y'all. I don't know how she did that. I have no idea how she did that. She was that girl, She was that thing. She was also a very strong believer in equality, and she stood on what she believed in a lot in her career, and she used her voice not just for tennis, but for brown girls and girls who looked like her. So I just wanted to throw this in the video and give her all of her props. She is an amazing woman, a beautiful woman, and also a mother. I don't understand how she is out here being the best athlete in her sport and the best athlete in overall sports and being a mother. That is crazy to me. I just want to give props to Serena Williams for being in the game as long as she has, giving all her passion in this sport and still being able to have a personal life and still being able to be a spokesperson for things that she believes in. Congratulations to Serena Williams on her evolution, and also congratulations for your overall performance. You are a great athlete. You are a beautiful woman. You are a strong woman, and I'm just so happy to see the things she does after this. So, the next topic we are moving on to is the Breakfast Club. You guys, the Breakfast Club is over? What? No. Okay, so first I'm gonna insert this clip that just came out today from Angela Yee.
Yeah, so this is really exciting, but this is something that I've been wanting to do for years now, since way before the pandemic. I had actually sat down with our big boss, Thea, and I was telling her, like, look, I really want to have my own show. I have my podcast, Lip Service, and I was thinking I would be able to get something like a weekend situation, one day ease into having my own show again. I did come from Sirius, where I had The Morning After with Angela Yee, and then came here. And so it's always been a goal of mine to have that. And so I thought I would still be on here and then do that show as well. But years later, they approached me up here at iHeart. Thea had to sit down with me and told me that they are going to give me my very own show. And so part of that is I wasn't sure what was happening when she first told me, but I am going to be leaving the Breakfast Club. You guys obviously will continue on, and it'll be a different iteration of the Breakfast Club, but I will have my own show up here at iHeart as well. So I'll be
So when you say
part
your
of the
own
family.
show, like a daily show?
Yes.
Like a daily show.
Yes, a nationally syndicated daily show.
And lip service.
And my podcast, Lip Service.
Would you let her do it?
It is really exciting. I mean, I really honestly can't believe it. I know it took a long time to make this happen. So I want to thank everybody at iHeart. But of course, mostly I really want to thank, first and foremost, the listeners who are.
Now, Angela Yee did tweet yesterday that the Breakfast Club, as you know it, is officially over. And I want to put emphasis on as you know it, because a lot of people thought that her tweeting this meant that the Breakfast Club as a whole was over. And she said, as you know it. So Angela Yee will no longer be a part of the Breakfast Club, but the Breakfast Club will go on, as well as her lip service podcast. So she will have a new show, which congratulations to Angela Yee. She has been in the game a very long time, and she is a very smart entrepreneur. Did go on a interview a while ago on a podcast called Assets Over Liabilities, and she explained a little bit about her contract.
Okay, let's talk about this Breakfast Club situation, because I read Charlamagne's book, and he said when he signed his contract, he didn't read it. You probably didn't think that it would become what it is now for 12 years running, like the biggest platform that we have, Radio Hall of Fame and all that. So when you first did the deal with iHeart, looking back on it in hindsight, was it a fair deal? How did you feel about it? Like, what was the deal with that?
My deal wasn't bad. Because I had a job already at Sirius. I had my own morning show. And so in order for them to get me to come over there, I was actually the last person to sign my contract. But I wanted to make sure I was comfortable with it. I had my lawyer look at it.
So you did read it?
Definitely. And I had my lawyer look at it. I sent over things that I wanted to change. Yeah. I'm very big into, look, I haven't done all the best deals, but I definitely, when it comes to something like that, will always have a lawyer look at it. An employment contract.
What was the first contract for?
It was 2 years with a third-year option. iHeart was trying to get me to sign a new contract while I was there because it would include the weekend syndicated show. But they wanted me to sign a contract that would be for another 2 years with no raise or nothing, or 3 years flat. And I wouldn't do it. I told them, I was like, well, aren't we doing a good job? And they were like, yeah. And I said, so why would you give me a contract with no raise that would stay flat for 3 years? I don't want to sign that. And so I told them they'll have to find somebody else to replace me. I just didn't want to do that. Contract is up now.
Is it?
It's been up since December.
Breaking news.
So you're working without a contract right now?
I had done extensions, so every month, until we work out this new deal.
So you hear her talking about her contract situation, and maybe that is what led up to everything that's going on now. She didn't want to renew her contract. She wanted her own show, and she knows her worth. She knows how much she should be getting paid. There hasn't been any talk on the contracts of Charlamagne and DJ Academics. I'm not sure if that will ever come out, but Angela came out. She spoke her piece, and I'm very proud of her for speaking her piece. I'm not the biggest fan, okay, but one of our members, David, he does watch The Breakfast Club, and he is the one who sent this information to the group chat. And I was very surprised because The Breakfast Club is one of the pioneering podcast/daytime radio shows in our generation. A lot of people listen and watch that show. A lot of other podcasts and radio shows were inspired from The Breakfast Club. So I am glad The Breakfast Club is still going on, but I am also glad that Angela Yee took her stand. She is having her own show. There is talks of The Breakfast Club or iHeartRadio coming out with a list of possible, allegedly, temporary hosts to stand in Angela Yee's place. I know a lot of people were saying that the energy with Angela Yee and Charlemagne were a little bit off for a minute, and a lot of people talks about the show as a whole not being the same as it started. So in the comments down below, I want you guys to tell me what your favorite Breakfast Club moment was. What was your favorite line? Did you have a favorite episode? Are you sad that Angela Yee is leaving the Breakfast Club? Are you happy for her? I want to know it all. I want to know what you guys think on both situations, Serena Williams and on the Angela Yee getting her own show. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to like this video, comment, and subscribe to our channel, and click that bell notification so you will be notified whenever we post a new video. Holla!